20,000 people at a women's march here in Phoenix, millions more across the country. Their target, President Donald Trump. What kind of power does this movement have? Senator Lesko, I'll go to you first. They were marching right by your office. You weren't there yesterday. But what if you had been there? What would you have told them?
You know, I think they have the right to protest about anything that they want. The thing that we have to remember is for every person that was out protesting, there are millions more voting for Donald Trump. And so there was millions of Americans and women throughout the country voting for Donald Trump, and they didn't go out and protest, but they said what they felt through their vote.
Chris, does this movement have any staying power?
I think it will. You know, anecdotal. I was walking my dog yesterday afternoon about 5 o'clock, and I ran into neighbors that had come from the march, people that had never done such a thing. They said it was a fantastic experience down at the state capitol, that there was a friendliness, a cohesiveness, and it wasn't just women, it was kids and men as well, and it was just to say, Donald Trump has got to show more respect, has got to talk about equality, he's got to do basic things that most presidents do, and he has yet to do that.
But if let's say he doesn't, does this have staying power, the kind of staying power that could have an impact on the 2018 election?
You know, I think it depends on how the protesters proceed. If it's calm and respectful, that's one thing. I think people appreciate democracy. But if there's violence, like burning cars like we saw, burning flags, or I saw a child on a video by the state capitol beating with a baseball bat a piñata of Donald Trump, and people laughing. I mean, that's just unacceptable. And those are the type of things that actually motivate the supporters of Trump, and that's why they voted for him. They're sick of that stuff.
You can't underestimate the numbers. You know, almost 3 million apparently nationwide. That is huge, especially in just the second day of a presidency. We haven't seen anything like this. We're in uncharted waters here.
Absolutely. What about 2018? Governor Ducey up for re-election, Jeff Flake up for re-election. What kind of impact do you think Trump will have on them or others, plus or minus?
As a political junkie, this is delicious because I think the Flake race is what will be fascinating to watch. What will Jeff DeWitt do? If Jeff DeWitt jumps in the race and runs against Flake, DeWitt's a Trump, very close to the Trump folks. Is Trump going to assist him? Is Trump going to use this as an opportunity to knock a critic, Jeff Flake, to the wayside? This will impact Arizona politics a lot.
And what about the state level? How confident are you that Donald Trump will be an asset when you run again? I'm assuming you will in 2018.
I think it will be an asset because he's planning to roll back regulations, and that's really going to help Arizona. It's going to help in the mining industry, the utility industry, businesses. He's also planning on building up the military. That's going to help Raytheon, Boeing, Honeywell. All of these are good Arizona businesses. I think it's going to improve the economy, and I think people are going to be pleased.
And infrastructure. I think that is, if Donald Trump can get through his $1 trillion package of infrastructure, we need that money in Arizona for roads and airports and bridges and so forth. That would be something that I think would be done in a more bipartisan way, frankly.
Okay, I'll leave you with this. What is the best thing Donald Trump could do for Arizona? Debbie Lesko.
Do what he promises and roll back the regulations. We've really been hurt here in Arizona by the EPA regulations. I think that's really going to help the utility industry, the oil and gas industry, the businesses, and the mining industry. Those are all real positive things. I'm very optimistic on that front.
Chris, best thing he could do?
Best thing he could do is not gut Obamacare. The budget ramifications are horrific. And I got to say, the three of us this morning are united with one thing for sure: the Green Bay Packers. Go Green Bay. 1 o'clock, right?